Yo, what's up, YouTube? This is Ben here at That Cologne Guy coming at you with another fragrance review. So if you're following my channel, you know that every summer I enjoy doing a first impressions series, and I'm in the middle, actually on the tail end, really, of the 2019 summer first impressions series that I do. As you might know, every so often a friend of mine and subscriber, Wes, sends me a box of samples, and I sample them. I wear them for a day or two, and then I give my first impressions. And so this is number 8 out of 10 this summer, so I've got 2 more remaining after this. I really enjoy doing this series. It's a lot of fun. I hope you enjoy. In this episode, we are taking a look at Mula Mula. And it says, on Fragrantica, it's listed as by Byron Parfums, like looks like Parfums. But this is Parfums de Rue, or it looks like Parfums de Rue. I know that's in French, but I think it would be something close to Parfums de Rue, which is street. So I'm not really sure what's going on there. You guys can help me out with the French background if you have it. And speaking of French backgrounds, this is also not an EDP or an EDT. This is listed as an extra. How do you say? Like it's EXTRAIT, so it's like extrait de parfum, which is usually, refers to a very, not usually, it refers to a strong concentration. So I'm not really sure about that. At least in this sample, this is pretty light. It lists, I found it on eBay at $125 American dollars. That's a little expensive, but it does speak to the fact that it must be a much higher concentration than an EDT or an EDP. So on the notes for this one, this is a 2018 release, by the way. It's clearly a gourmand. I mean, I don't know if it's the actual listing, but I mean, with the notes, I got 4 distinct notes, and really 3 predominate. I get a caramel, a vanilla, peach, and a little lavender in the mid-note. What really stands out on my skin is more the caramel and peach. It's kind of a caramel peach blast with a little vanilla, followed by just enough of a lavender to feel it in the mid-notes about halfway through the duration of the fragrance. So those are really the notes that stand out to me. This is marketed, again, as a women and men fragrance, but if you believe in those kinds of things, I have to say that this is one that is too feminine for me. I know sometimes frag heads don't really like the notion of too masculine, too feminine. You know, these are kind of certain concepts that are created abstractly. That said, this is for me too feminine. It's a very feminine fragrance. The caramel and lavender and peach really mix into something that is youthful and what I would perceive as feminine, and I'm certainly not the target audience for this particular fragrance. Longevity actually was quite poor. With this concentration, I figured I would get good longevity. You are looking at 2 to 4 hours, and in fact, yesterday I even sprayed it on my shirt and still got about 3.5, 4. So 2 to 4 hours on longevity. Was not impressed. And then on projection was just okay. It was within an arm's length, and it's certainly not beast mode or anything of the sort. It's close to the skin, and I'm assuming the idea behind it is it's supposed to draw somebody in. So for a date night kind of fragrance, it would work. This is not really for office so much. Well, I guess you could make the argument that it could be because it doesn't project that much, but I don't foresee this as a daytime scent. This is much more of a nighttime scent. Okay, age group. So age group and gender, we're going to say this is absolutely. I envision this as female, and I'm going to even say very youthful. So I'm going to say middle school to high school, kind of a first-time fragrance for a young woman, maybe college. We'll say. So we're going to say like 12 to 22 approximately on this one, and definitely on the feminine side. This really stands out to me as sort of kind of a. I'm going to spray this on, then I'm going to go out with my girlfriends to Starbucks and get a venti pink drink or a cotton candy frappuccino, and then after that I'm going to go to prom. Okay, so that's the way I see this fragrance. Absolutely. If on Fragrantica, one of the smells that's listed as smelling like, one of the fragrances is Rebelle, Rebelle, so by Rihanna, and this is definitely, I could foresee this. I don't know what that smells like, but I'm certainly not surprised. This is kind of a juicy, what is it? Juicy couture fragrance. Certainly youthful and feminine. Not bad, but just not for me. Seasons all year round. This is a gourmand, so I guess fall, winter. If I had to say something, I don't really see this isn't like a summery spring, but it could be if it's in the nighttime. So I think the number one thing is not so much the season for this, is really the occasion. The occasion is more of an evening out with friends and a prom date, if you will. Okay, so overall, I'm absolutely going to go with 1 spray out of 5 on this one, simply because I'm just not the target audience for this whatsoever. I'm going to go ahead and go 1 spray on the neck. And we are going to say goodbye to Mula Mula. Now, if you are an older gentleman, what I would say is do not spend, and actually it's time for a bad dad joke, do not spend your Mula Mula on Mula Mula. What I would do is spend it instead on Rebelle by Rihanna if you're looking for a gift for someone in that, a woman in that age group. Now, if you do like caramel, if you like gourmands and you're looking for something a little bit more masculine, and I'm not saying it smells like this, but an excellent gourmand that might be more toward the masculine, older group would be Amen by Thierry Mugler. That is an excellent gourmand. Wonderful fragrance. This one just wasn't for me. I'm a little surprised it's $125 American, because I certainly wouldn't spend that kind of money, even if it were, as a gift to someone else. It's just not worth it. Gonna have to take a pass on this one. 1 out of 5. Look forward to the next review. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Remember to hit the notification bell up above, and have a wonderful Friday. Take care.